right, hey, I'm back. Have I got crazy hair today? Probably. It's one of those days. Anyway, that's fine. So I'm gonna make, this is one of the latest viral sensations. I think it's on TikTok. It's the Korean coffee, the Dalgona coffee, the frothy whipped coffee. So I'm gonna give that a try today. I don't think it should be too long, so we'll see. I've got my coffee. I got the little Starbucks instant coffee via packs. I've got my sugar, or my sucra, depending on which language you feel like speaking. And I'm also boiling some water over off camera so you can't see, but it's going. If you listen, maybe you can hear it. It's there. I also have a mixer set up back there with a whisk and a little container and then a cup. And so we're also going to need milk too. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the milk. I'm going to use 2% just because that seems like it's better, it's more creamy. So anyway, it takes 2 tablespoons pretty much of everything. 2 tablespoons of coffee, instant, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of water. And then you whisk it all together. That's attractive. Which side should I stand on? This side? This side. And whisk it all together, and then you pour some milk in a mug, and you can put ice in it too if you're into that. I don't know, ice and milk is questionable to me, so I'm probably just going to use the milk. And then you just dollop on the coffee there. So I took the liberty already of, the water's done. It's okay, it's stay hot. I took the liberty of already dumping out a couple of packets. The problem with the Starbucks that I find is each one comes in an individual little packet, which is only a few grams. And one packet isn't quite 1 tablespoon. So doing the math, I figured I was gonna need 4 of these little Via packets to make one of their servings. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And yeah, and then I'll be right back. So, okay, so this is basically 4 Starbucks packs, which is 2 tablespoons. So that might be one thing to consider when you're making this. I bought the Starbucks because I thought instant coffee, you want something that's gonna be decent, so I thought maybe Starbucks would be better. But just for ease of scooping, and maybe it doesn't make that much difference, maybe, you know, using like Nescafe where it comes in the jar with the granules and you can just scoop out what you need at leisure, that might actually be better. So I'll just chalk that up to me being a coffee snob for the moment. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put in my 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. This is important. It works best, what I read, it works best with real sugar, not sweetener. You can do it with sweetener, but the sugar has some special properties which allows and promotes the frothiness. More so than an artificial sweetener, although you still get it, just not to the same degree. So it may not be quite that moussey, meringue look and effect that you've seen. So my water's also boiled, so I'm gonna bring you over to the mixer and the water, and we'll carry on. Hello. I'm gonna go ahead and pour in some, I'm gonna pour in some milk right now so that I don't waste time with it later. Don't know how much room I'm gonna need for the coffee, so I'll just do that much for now. All right, so I'm gonna grab my water, which just boiled. So my 2 tablespoons of that. Where can you see better? I don't even know. Okay, so here comes 1 tablespoony, 2 tablespoonies. All right. All right, so that's that. And now I'm going to put it in my mixer, which is just here. It smells good. It smells like coffee. So this isn't really the right thing. I'm just going to hold it because also I read that doing it with a whisk is better than using your hand mixer. Maybe if you want to get a lot of air in it, which is why the whisk is better. It's also messy. Things will take the color. All right, so this right here. So I ended up with a frothy mixture here. Sorry, I can't really see it. Here's my little whisk. So it's fairly stiff, and it's making like the little peaks, like, I don't know, like meringue peaks almost, which I think is what you're going for. So maybe this was a success, but a mess as well. So let me grab a spoon, and thank you, paper towels again. Grab a little spoon with me, and we'll spoon that into the coffee cup here. See what we come up with. La la la. Okay, so here we go. Fancy coffee. Here we come. I've seen some recipes that call for a 1/4 cup of coffee, like your ratio is a 1/4 cup to everything. 1/4 cup coffee grounds, 1/4 cup water, 1/4 cup sugar. So it's basically everything's all the same. If you two tablespoons all across the board, a 1/4 cup across the board. Yeah, so I guess if you made the 1/4 cup, that would probably be enough for like 2 servings. I guess it also depends. I mean, like this was the 2 tablespoons, and I almost feel like, you know, depending on how much of the coffee you want, you know, like you could maybe even make this stretch for 2 cups of coffee, right? So, I guess you could even have it. Yeah, you could make it half, just do 1, 1, and 1 instead. So yeah. It might also be good, I was thinking, it smells very dark roasty, and it is a dark roast Starbucks. It's their Italian roast, so it's one of their dark roasts. So yeah, so that's how it looks. This is look on my spoon. Let me flip it around. Here's my top view. You know, I could probably make it more nice if I wanted to, but you're gonna drink it anyway. So that's that, and I put it in a fancy little clear mug so you can kind of see how it looks. Sort of pretty, you know, and you can kind of see how it is. The coffee is sort of starting to melt down into the milk. So the coffee should be warm, because I mean it is boiling water, but then it's in cold milk. So yeah, so so there's that. I tried some off my spoon and it's very, very strong. Obviously, because it's very concentrated, this part, you know, because it's meant to be, you know, like a packet, like maybe a tablespoon to a cup of water. So it's very, very concentrated. Let's see, it's pretty here. But I guess the idea is that you kind of either drink it all together. I don't quite know, to be honest, or you just kind of like mix it all up. And then maybe that'll help kind of like dilute it, make it a little bit more, I don't know, palatable, less strong basically. But like I was saying, like I am using a very strong roast of coffee. I also think it might be nice if you tried it with like a flavored coffee. You know, the vanilla or the hazelnut might actually be nice too. You might also find, just to your taste, you might need to add more sugar maybe after the fact. I don't know if you want to mess with the ratios when you're blending it, but you know, at this stage, maybe you could add in some sweetener, whatever you use, honey, I don't know, or even like if you have the flavor syrups, like if you have vanilla flavor syrup or caramel flavor syrup, it might be good too. So I'm gonna try it, like a sip of it. And it's not really hot. So this isn't really a hot drink. Again, I've seen people put ice in it, but ice in milk isn't really for me. So I opted not to. So we'll see. But like the milk is cold. So let's give it a sip. Yeah, you definitely need that milk to dilute it, and it's cold. So it's definitely a cold drink. I guess you could heat your milk as well, like if you like steamed milk, maybe for the bottom part, if you wanted to make it a hot drink. I'm not super sold on it. Like the idea of it is cool and it looks cool. Taste-wise, maybe trying a different coffee, maybe trying a flavored coffee. It's probably not something I would make again. It's a little bit like a shake, or like, I dare say a Frappuccino, once it's all kind of mixed together at this point. At this point, it just looks like really milky coffee, right? So, and it's strong. So yeah, my takeaway on this one, you know, maybe worth a try, like, because it's all the rage. Anyway, I got cut off, but yeah, so I wouldn't really go out of my way and the bother to make it again. Yeah, it's just not that big of a deal. It was fun to try, and you know, that's cool if you like it, but I think for me, it's too much work. I'll just make a pot of coffee and have some coffee with some milk. But yeah, that's cool. Anyway, so this one I'd give a thumbs medium. Is that an option? Yeah, maybe 1 spoon. I don't know. Anyway, so that's my take on Dalgona coffee. You know, try it for funsies. I tried it for realsies, so I did it so you don't have to. And you may not want to, like I say. So, yeah, have a good one. I'll see you around.